Welcome to the Contractual Risk Management Software training video. The first step after you have successfully logged in is to click on Contractual RM in order to start the process of setting up a new vendor or generate a job contract for an existing vendor in the system. We are going to start by showing you how to set up a new vendor. First, you will click on Verb to send a vendor information request form to the vendor. There is some critical information you will need to provide, such as company name, contact email, and of course, select sample agreement that the vendor will provide in order to send the vendor information request form. You will see a small description of the type of service agreement you are about to choose. Once you have selected the type of service agreement for the new vendor, click on Send Verb. Next, we will show you the email the vendor will be receiving. In this email, the vendor will download the sample agreement and insurance requirements you sent. And by clicking on Verb, they will be able to fill out our vendor information request form and submit it. After the vendor has completed the Verb process, the vendor will be automatically created in the system. In the search bar, located on the left top corner of the screen, you can search for the vendor. Once you have found it, the following step is to click on Jobs, where you will be adding or creating a new job. Provide the job name, job location, start and completion date, and finally click on Save. Please keep in mind that the completion date should not exceed a 1-year period since the start date. After you added or created a new job, you will need to provide the following information below, if applicable, and select the contract type. In this case, we use as an example the standard service agreement. After selecting the contract type, remember to scroll down and click on Update in order to save the changes you have made. We recommend doing so every time you make any changes. Use the compensation box to enter payment information, terms, and conditions. Regarding the Scope of Services box, we will show you 2 ways to fill it out. You can either type the description by yourself or by copy and paste the description from the Word document or any file. In this screen, you can see we have a sample scope of services that we're going to use for our company. Proceed to highlight all the section needed, then hit copy and paste it when back to the Scope of Services box. Use the copy option we have in our toolbox. Make sure to use Arial as a font and size number 10 for contract aesthetic purposes. Remember to update the changes you have made in order to send the contract. This will lead us to show you the 2 options on how to send the contract to the vendor. The first option is to simply email the contract using the ChancesR system by clicking Send Contract to the Vendor on the bottom of the screen. A small window will pop out where you will enter any notes if needed and press Send Request. This is the email the vendor will receive with the option of printing the contract, printing our insurance requirements, uploading the signed contract and certificate of insurance directly to our system. The second option will require you to export the PDF contract file and send it to the vendor using your email account. By clicking Export, you will need to download the contract and send it by email to the vendor. This is pretty much what the contract looks like in PDF format.